Imagine a world where Franklin D. Roosevelt, the only U.S. president elected 4 times, never got past his third bid. What if, in 1940, the political outsider Wendell Willkie had pulled off the impossible and defeated the seemingly unstoppable Roosevelt? How would America have navigated the darkest hours of World War II under a completely different leader, a Republican corporate lawyer with internationalist views, but no experience in public office? Would Pearl Harbor still happen? Would America have joined the war in time? Would the United Nations even exist? Let's dive into the alternate history of America and the world if Willkie defeated Roosevelt in 1940. Like and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for more history documentaries. Please watch the video till the end, as good interaction would help the performance of the video and the growth of my channel massively. How did Willkie win in 1940? In our timeline, Franklin D. Roosevelt defeated Wendell Willkie in a decisive third-term landslide, winning 84% of the electoral vote. But in this alternate reality, several crucial factors tipped the scales. 1. Economic fatigue. The country had grown weary of the slow pace of recovery from the Great Depression. The New Deal, while transformative, hadn't yet brought full prosperity. In this alternate timeline, a deeper recession in 1938 carries lingering economic effects into 1940, damaging Roosevelt's credibility. 2. Anti-third term sentiment. Many Americans feared the precedent of a third term as dangerously authoritarian. In this version of events, Willkie hammers that message harder, with more resonance across swing states like Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Illinois. 3. Stronger Republican unity. Willkie, originally a Democrat, unifies conservative Republicans, moderates, and isolationists by choosing an experienced running mate like Senator Arthur Vandenberg. Together, they present a polished message, pro-business, anti-totalitarian, but firmly against dictatorship abroad and at home. 4. Isolationist momentum. In this version of 1940, the America First Committee is more influential. High-profile figures like Charles Lindbergh openly campaign for Willkie, emphasizing peace and warning against Roosevelt's war. Roosevelt's secretive discussions with Churchill leak earlier, fueling suspicions. Willkie wins narrowly in the Electoral College, 270 to 261. The South remains Democratic, but the Midwest and Northeast swing Republican. America's direction shifts. Domestic reactions to the shocking defeat. Northern liberals are stunned but not panicked. Willkie's internationalism reassures them he won't completely dismantle the New Deal. The Bible Belt, however, celebrates a return to conservative leadership. Religious groups, fearing Roosevelt's growing power, see Willkie as a check against creeping authoritarianism. Former President Roosevelt issues a calm but disappointed concession. Behind the scenes, however, he maintains contact with British and Democratic Party leaders, anticipating global instability. Willkie and the War. The road to World War II. Lend-Lease Act. Willkie had supported aiding Britain during the campaign, so Lend-Lease is still passed, though delayed until mid-1941 due to Republican resistance in Congress. It passes with less funding than in Roosevelt's reality. Selective Service Act. Willkie supports conscription, recognizing the threat in Europe and Asia. The Selective Training and Service Act is passed on time, in September 1940, possibly even with more bipartisan support than under Roosevelt. Atlantic Charter. Without Roosevelt, the Atlantic Charter is not signed in August 1941. Willkie is reluctant to be seen aligning too closely with Churchill before war breaks out. A similar agreement is negotiated later, in October 1941 under the title Atlantic Statement of Principles. Pearl Harbor and America's entry into the war. Pearl Harbor. Japan still attacks Pearl Harbor. American oil embargoes, supported by both parties, provoke Tokyo's militarists. The attack occurs as scheduled on December 7, 1941. Declarations of war. Wilkie, like Roosevelt, delivers a passionate speech to Congress. America declares war on Japan, then on Germany and Italy following their declarations. Bipartisan unity surges, but Wilkie faces skepticism from conservative isolationists now in his own party. Mobilization and wartime leadership. War Production Board. Wilkie, a corporate executive, arguably manages industrial mobilization more efficiently than Roosevelt. The War Production Board is established sooner, in early January 1942, and he prioritizes cooperation with major corporations. Executive Order 9066. This controversial order that led to Japanese internment still happens, but not under Wilkie. A constitutionalist, Wilkie refuses to issue such an order. Instead, his administration enacts stricter surveillance measures, but avoids internment camps, earning him praise and criticism. International diplomacy. The Great Alliance. The Grand Alliance. Wilkie supports the alliance, but is less personally close to Churchill and Stalin. The trust level is lower, and diplomacy moves slower. He meets Churchill at Casablanca in mid-1943 instead of earlier. Operation Torch. With input from generals and advisors, Operation Torch, the invasion of North Africa, proceeds on schedule in late 1942. Wilkie delegates much of the military planning to General George Marshall and Eisenhower. Tehran Conference. Wilkie attends a delayed Tehran Conference in early 1944 due to tensions with Stalin. The Big Three agree on D-Day, but relations between the US and USSR are more strained than under Roosevelt. Vision for Peace. The United Nations and post-war planning. Declaration of the United Nations. Wilkie supports the idea, having written a book titled One World in Real Life. He signs a similar declaration in 1942, emphasizing democracy and cooperation, but with more Republican conditions on Soviet involvement. New Deal in the background. Yes, while Wilkie doesn't dismantle the New Deal, war spending and corporate partnerships push social programs to the back burner. The focus shifts toward economic growth and military efficiency. Office of Price Administration. Rationing is introduced more reluctantly under Wilkie. The OPA exists, but with fewer restrictions, leading to more inflation but less public frustration. The Great Migration still occurs. War industries still need labor, and African Americans continue to move north. Wilkie speaks out more explicitly against racism, echoing his real-life speeches, though systemic change remains slow. The 1944 election. Wilkie versus Wallace. In this alternate 1944, Democrats nominate Vice President Henry A. Wallace, a New Deal champion. But with the war going well, and Wilkie's leadership earning moderate praise, he wins re-election narrowly, despite health concerns and internal party division. Legacy of a president. How would Wilkie be remembered? Wendell Wilkie would be remembered as the only non-politician to successfully lead the U.S. through global war, a constitutionalist who resisted presidential overreach, an internationalist who pushed for peace through cooperation, a transitional figure between the New Deal and post-war capitalism. His untimely death in 1946, as in real life, cuts short a potential third campaign. His presidency sets the stage for post-war Republican internationalism and a moderate bipartisan foreign policy in the early Cold War. Conclusion: the world would still defeat fascism, but under very different leadership. The war would be harder to coordinate diplomatically, civil liberties might be more respected domestically, and the post-war order would be shaped by a businessman-turned-president who sought unity, not dominance. What do you think? Write your opinion and version of the story in the comments below. Please be polite and kind. If you want to know what would have happened if Landon defeated Roosevelt in 1936, click on the video on the left. Thanks for watching.